Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft AM. Get pumped for today. We're doing some mining. So today's episode is probably gonna be a little bit more relaxed, chill, maybe. Unfortunately, our mine entrance still is down this hole. That's like from day one, and a million furnaces here that Brett put in here. But yeah, let's continue on. There was some old spots on my map which I had marked that were awesome. For mining, but hopefully I can find my way again. I don't have a whole ton of torches and coal, so I may have to pick up some coal on the way. Is there no view bobbing? What? You guys seeing this, right? No view bobbing. Well, we'll try for a little bit with no view bobbing. So today's episode, I want to talk about a few things. This may be a little bit more of a story episode in terms of what we're going to be doing, because we're just going to be mining ores, which I should pull up my epic pick. Put that right here. Which has efficiency 4, fortune 3, so, and XP boost, which it's always nice to get XP. So yeah, so what I wanted to talk about today was kind of recording in general. So to start off, I use OBS Studio to record. Obviously, I use 60 frames per second. I don't downscale anything. It's all was it 920 by 1080, I believe, as the resolution. Most of the settings are pretty simple. I use like the better frame, what's it called, if you open the settings, you'll know it's like Langcross or something like that. That I use for the frames, however many frames I get. So that's like 32. Anyways, I use OBS to record. Oh, it says auto smell, doesn't it? Well, I don't really want to be mining clay. So I use OBS to record, and then I use Sony Vegas to edit, which both are good programs. I definitely don't have a full grasp / understanding of that was weird. Random. Sony Vegas. That program is very advanced. I know like the basics, how to do an episode, basic transitions. I know how to make it like the fades with the volume. That was a mistake. Vein miner can be great, can be a curse. Grab a little bit of coal. I should be good for now. Yeah. Oh, that's plenty of coal. And that's a creeper. You guys introduce my friend Spaz here. That was an etho joke. So the editing and render process, I just wanted to kind of talk about that, because that's one thing I haven't heard a ton of people talk about. And I know there are a lot of YouTube tutorials, and I don't think I'll ever be doing one of those. This gets green dye. But just some of the stuff, like a lot of people they don't say what they use very much, or it's almost like it's a bad thing. I know a lot of people, not gonna mine coal. A lot of people use XSplit, which I think I have like a free trial of, but I don't want to use it just because OBS is free and I'm kind of comfortable with it. It's like some things you get used to it and comfortable, and you're like, this is good. I don't need to really change here. Until I finally see like something that's like obviously better than like OBS or XSplit, then maybe I would make the switch. But it's free, so definitely that's a huge bonus. I think I don't remember where there's a really good spot that like it kept going and that's what I'm looking for. Basically we're just looking to get some ores because some of our stuff is running low, like I had mentioned in the last episode. Ooh, a sneaky little ore here. So yeah, that's kind of what I use to record. The editing and rendering process. So depending on how long it takes, oh, it's definitely down here. Usually like for me to produce an episode, so let's say I record for like today's episode is probably going to be about 20 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, depends. So that obviously that's a witch. Let's go and get her. She's a witch. So that will determine, come on, how long it takes me to record, obviously, which it isn't too bad. Is that poison 1? Just poison 1. Good. So that plays into it, and then it'll take, let's say, 10 minutes to edit. It depends on what I'm doing, obviously. If you're doing like a little montage or editing. But usually I have it down pretty unpacked. You can usually do most of it in 10 minutes. Keep eating so I don't die here. So yeah, you can edit in 10. Rendering takes, for the average length of my videos, like maybe 30 minutes. Could be a little bit better, more or less, depending on the average length of the video. I usually find it's like, Jesus, long poison. How long is this? Okay. It's about the same as the video, maybe a bit longer. So if it's like a 20-minute video, it's like 25-minute render, kind of way she goes. Just check for mobs. And then the actual rendering time of the video, like I said, is quick, and it's just simple. Leave your computer. It basically not immobilizes it, but anything CPU intensive is just like, basically you're like, well, kind of give up on that, and you kind of just sit back and relax. I don't know, if I only have an i5 processor, which especially video editing and stuff is much more efficient on the i7s. So that might be one of the first things if I do upgrade anything, would be that. Oh, skeletons. Should have brought my bow. And surprise attack. Okay, that epically failed, but that is kind of my style. Oh, you know what? That looked like a dodge that. Is there a spawner over here? I really, sorry for how dark it is. Give me a second here. Okay. Light things up. So yeah, the i5 processor is not nearly as good as the i7 for video rendering. And then on YouTube, you have to upload to YouTube, which unfortunately my upload speed's pretty bad. It's only like 2.7 at like the best for my megabytes per second for my upload. So that's pretty horrific, but it's basically almost the best where I can get here, which sucks. So definitely in the future we'll be upgrading that because I definitely see the value. Okay, now we're gonna start putting the ores and stuff in here. Good. Put a little bit of coal. Sure. Okay, the rest of that is junk. So yeah, that's the wonderful YouTube upload. So let's say, like, I don't know, it seems like the videos are always taking longer because if anybody else is on the internet, obviously your bandwidth is shortened, so that kind of sucks. But so it takes like an hour and a half to upload video to YouTube that's rendered. And then I usually take about 10 minutes to do the end card animations, which is just overlaying your last video, which actually is something I learned about pretty recently. I mean, if you've been watching, you'll notice. I was always lazy before not to put like annotations or like around the actual video. So when you go to mouse over it, like old school, it would link you to the video or whatever. That's a skeleton with an enchanted bow. Never mind, it's just the purple. That looked funny. So yeah, that was that's kind of how that process works. So let me see. Total time. It takes, we'll say half hour to record an average. For a shorter episode, half hour. We'll say that's basically just like this episode. Half hour video. About 10 minutes of editing. 40 minutes. Then you add the rendering time of, let's say, half hour. We're up to hour and 20. Then it's basically another hour 40. So let's call it 3 hours for the video. And then maybe 5 to 10 minutes in post. So just over 2 hours per video. I just realized that's actually quite a bit of time. Luckily, you can be doing other stuff. So that's like just the basics of getting the video. Other things, which I definitely can do all this while the other stuff is happening. I use Photoshop, again, just because from my little bit of research before I started anything, which was Photoshop is awesome. And it's a good skill to have just in general. Again, I definitely do not claim to be a boss. I am probably actually terrible at it. But again, I can make my thumbnails, which is good enough. So that's pretty cool, easy. If it's a new series like the Pokemon one, I had to like fetch some images off the internet, which depending, you gotta make sure you don't get like they're too obvious or copyright anything. Hopefully the Pokemon logo, because I took that because that's obviously eye-catching and And it looked like a lot of people would use that, so well, whatever. We'll see how that goes. But I don't know, just getting the basic images off that, making it. When you first make the thumbnail, that takes a while because you actually have to like develop a concept and an overarching theme that you want to set with it that sets a good tone, and that can be difficult. But otherwise, it's just like any of the other YouTube shenanigans. Doesn't what Photoshop stuff doesn't take too long. Just the I'm just rambling here. I just realized. Lol. Yeah, so that doesn't take too long unless you have to do a new series. So that's pretty fine. Another thing I wanted to mention here is kind of why we're mining, other than we're just mining, is that Alex and Brett, well, at least Alex, they're on reading break right now, so they are kind of busy with IRL stuff, real stuff with family, and I totally get it. So in that case, we will not be seeing them probably for the remainder of this week. Maybe I'm gonna see if Alex wants to build the mob spawner, because that would be kind of cool to do and get a lot of drops from, which would be awesome. I feel like this episode's pretty bad so far, but I don't know. I didn't really know what to do. I think I have enough of these. 20. Yeah. I think you just put in your hotbar, right? Yeah, lime green dye, which is like my favorite color for stuff in Minecraft. Okay, so another topic I want to quickly talk about. I think that's everything for YouTube video. Then you just you make the video, render, upload. Yeah, that seems about right. Here's a dark spot. Okay, so let's talk about the other thing. Netflix. I haven't been watching a whole ton. Honestly, I'm really a big Netflix noob. I've seen very little, but it's alright. I tend to, if I watch a show, I usually watch it for quite a while, and like all in a show. Not binge watching, but like I'll definitely like stick to just that show, watch it all, and then move on to a new show. Usually I don't watch more than one at one time. So a few of the good series I watched were The Office, obviously. Well, I say obviously, but maybe you haven't heard of it. Great show, very funny. What is that guy? Oh boy. Definitely would recommend. Come on. What is it? I'm getting picked on now. These are some kind of special skeletons, I'm pretty sure. What? Weird. Yeah, so The Office is good. Obviously Stranger Things with the new episode, or the new season 2? No, part 2? I think it's season 2. I think that's what they're calling it. Coming out Halloween, another great show. I'm currently watching Community, which is a cool show recommended to by my good friends. Again, definitely worth the watch. It's like another funny kind of show. I kind of it seems like that. I don't really like to watch too much serious stuff. I recently watched American Sniper, because if you just look up best shows or movies in Canada on the internet just for Netflix, unfortunately the Canadian selection is horrendous compared to the American. But yeah, so that's what I've been watching on Netflix in that case. Can I think, is there any other shows? Oh, shows I've been watching. Maybe like there was one that's called the League, which I looked cool. Should I go that way? What's my Y coordinate? Y13 or diamond level? Not sure. Are you kidding me? You went around? Oh my. Sorry about that. I just realized I pushed the stop recording button, which kind of sucks. So I'll just quickly explain what I just said. I mean, I know you were just riveted with the episode because it's. I apologize first of all with this episode, but yeah. So another show was The Ranch, cool show, another kind of comedy, which I originally heard from a guy from work. He suggested, but what's cool about that, if you've seen that '70s show, it has a lot of the same characters. It has Hyde, Kelso, and Fez, which is real cool. I don't remember what they're. Oh, Ashton Kutcher. I don't know their actors' names. I'm honestly terrible with actors, and even celebrities. I know very little, because I just don't care for it too much. Again, I mean, I know I've just talked about how I watch Netflix and stuff, but I am actually not a movie watcher like at all, which becomes a big shock. But I don't know. Yeah, just kind of this. It's like I like a certain TV shows, but not many movies. Like I don't know. I just feel like most movies aren't that good. Another great TV show, which is Firefly, which I mentioned in my Minecraft episode actually. That is a great show. Not the music, in my opinion, on that show is super bad. It does not fit, in my opinion, and it's just. I actually like took out my earphones and headphones when I would watch, because it was like unbearable for the music. But otherwise the show was great, and then to follow up the movie after called Serenity, another great movie. I just feel like with those shows they did such a good job with the continuation. I've been here, and just kind of like the whole adventure. What is this? Limestone. I guess the texture change. With that, because it felt like the TV show continued, because I don't know if you know Firefly or the backstory. It was a TV show that was on Fox. It basically like got canceled off the bat. Never even stood a chance. You can read a bunch of articles about it, but if you look it up, just why it was like going to fail from the beginning. Unfortunately, great show. So that was like really cool to actually watch the show, because a lot of people had like recommended, and I was always like, space cowboys, and sci-fi western. I'll even leave that later. Sci-fi western, and you're like, nah, that sounds really dumb. But one of the rare TV shows I did watch, Castle, also starring Nathan Fillion. That diamond, the blue shiny rock, was, yeah, okay. Let's predict. No diamonds. Fortune 3, 8 diamonds, 7. Which was like he's definitely one of my favorite actors, because I actually know his name. Therefore, you are a cool actor if I know your name. Die, gravel. So yeah, he was rip. He's a really good actor, and I like the stuff he's in, because he has like this funny kind of classy feel, but he has these good one-liners. I know he doesn't necessarily write the one-liners, or even I don't know if he comes up with them, but the people at least who write the show for him come in perfectly with the timings on this. It like literally like you're sitting there, and you like it's either a tense moment or something happens, and he comes in with this one-liner, and you're like, oh yeah, like are you kidding me? This is perfect for this. Yeah, good old Nathan Fillion. I apologize for mining, because mining is, in my opinion, is not that fun. Stuff is happening. Maybe you can just like listen to this episode as I'm just mining resources. But I'm gonna do a little bit of brainstorming here for the next episode, and kind of where I want it to go, and do a bit of planning. Usually I come up with like somewhat of a plan. Like I go like, okay, so we're gonna be building this, which means I want to show this aspect of it, build this, but this one I was kind of like, we need resources, let's go hop in the mine. What am I going to talk about? Because if I just sat here and mined, oh, that'd be so boring. And I don't really have anything technical to add, unfortunately, because this is kind of a non-technical thing. But yeah, so that's kind of my Netflix / YouTube recording everything story. Told really bad, but way she goes. Just another episode. They're all supposed to be. Whoa. Oh, hi, creeper. It's a lot of resources. Okay, we'll let you burn. Yeah, well maybe I'll check out down here first. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with the series. I need to plan and then produce good content. I've always wanted to, like, if you watch my first few episodes, I actually had messed up my settings on OBS. I was using the software to record rather than hardware. Which, if you want me to do a video on that, I could do something maybe to show my settings and what I found worked best for me. I definitely don't have the most boss computer, but it's also decent. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like the average person might go like, oh, you know what? My computer's kind of similar, or maybe slightly worse, but usually it can record half decent stuff. So I could do a video. Remember, this creeper's still here probably. Oh, hi, there he is. What's the best way for me to get over there and kill this guy? Don't blow up. Okay. So if I jump over, blast. Is there any skeletons? There's a skeleton. That was risky. We're gonna do it. Boom, into the lava. Hit, block. Oh, no, run back. Oh, I need to run back. Oh, no, into lava. Get in the water. Get back in the hole. Woo. That was a close one. That was a little too close. That was a little panicky. That felt like a 1v5 clutch in CSGO. Whew. Well, that was a fun adventure. Does this hold back lava? I'm gonna guess not. Oh. Go away. Yes. All right. Let's fortune this baby. How much did we get? We're at 7. Oh, that was a pretty good score. Not bad. Not bad. Go away, lava. Good. Thank you. So yeah, I think I might leave you on, with this episode. Again, I apologize for the such short notice, but I know for YouTube, one of the biggest successes is if you just keep going, producing content, keep a schedule, keep consistent, which there should have been a CSGO video on Saturday, but unfortunately, DJ Pickle was unable to join me, and Bosk wasn't around either to play because he was working. And then they're using my go-to for CSGO, so I didn't want to record another episode by myself. That's just not fun. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks again for watching. Oh, that's a lot of, what are these things called? Rock formation? I was going to say stalagmite or stalactite, but, yeah, rock formations work. Thanks again for watching, and, I promise I will have a better episode for Wednesday. So, take care. Bye-bye.